Okay, Don, your box has arrived. Unfortunately, it's a little too big to fit in the shot, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and open up, and then we'll have a look. So give me just a moment. Okay, so this is a bit more manageable. Let's go ahead and open this here. I believe that is everything. Okay. Wow. That is a lot of packaging. Okay, so let's look at what you sent here. Okay, so let's review what you sent. You got a 1976 61390040, and this is the JDM model. But you can tell from this, from the lack of actual lume on the hands and the dial. So these were just painted baton style or sword style hands that are just white. They don't have any lume, which is very distinctive. Now you can see here you've got a little chipping on your minute hand, and that comes from resetting this and it gets a little bit of a tweak if you try and reset it while the hand is, say, here and the sweep hand is down at the bottom. It does a big deflection to go up towards the top, and it can actually chip the paint. I can touch that up if you need me to. If you'd like me to, I can do that for sure. Big asymmetric case with, you know, a little bit of wear, but nothing too major. I mean, it looks very clean. Looks like it's had a few bumps over the years, but nothing bad. Let's just go through function of everything. Let's pull the stem here. This should be, again, a JDM model, so you should see kanji. Oh no, yep, that's right. There it is. Kanji day date. Very cool. Let's just go through the quick function. Yep, there we go. Got the vertical days with the vertical kanji symbols. Very cool, a little stretched out. Okay, you've got it on an aftermarket bracelet. It's a interesting style. It's kind of neat. Very flat, and it's amazing how they make these things. It's incredible. It's just Spidell. Okay, well, you're definitely running, which is really nice to see. We don't have to open up the watch to check these on the time grapher. They're a little interesting. They have this asymmetry to the shape of the case, which leads to a little challenge when it comes to checking it on a time grapher, because it tends not to be flat. So we're going to check it, perhaps dial down, just for that reason. Okay, let's go ahead and check the time grapher. You know, I would recommend a crystal, of course. That's probably due for change. I have some good ones. We can take the case back off. It looks like it's had someone trying to get into the case back at some point and putting some rather large scratches here, but otherwise not too bad. I am gonna go ahead and take off the bracelet real quick. So let me do that, and I'll put it on the time grapher, and we'll have a look. You know what? I was able to just ease off the case back, so let's just actually have a look at the movement while we're here. See what things look like. A lot of wrist material in here, but otherwise, you know, it's very clean. Case has been keeping it dry. Don't see any service marks whatsoever, and I'm almost willing to bet that's probably consistent with a watch that has not been serviced. It looks very good in here. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and do some timing, and we'll be right back. Okay, Don. Well, these are really respectable numbers. You know, you've got basically three parameters. The two of these are linked to each other, but the beat error and the rate, those are two things that, of course, just come from adjusting the watch. The amplitude is the thing that we try and strive to make better through service. And in the 190s, maybe pushing up against 200 for a watch that's probably not ever really seen service in I don't know how long. I mean, it seems like forever if you really look at all the telltale signs. That's really good. You know, it's running quite well considering. It's surprising that a watch can go without any lubrication and be, you know, within what, 20% of the best it's going to run, maybe 30%. That's pretty darn good. And you know, it's just these Seikos are pretty tough and pretty robust. They if they're cared for, they'll last forever. So this looks pretty good. It's a great starting point. The signal is clean. The hairspring is responding nicely. All those sorts of things. It's not a disaster. So this is really good. Even if the numbers were, you know, 120 for the amplitude, I'd still say if the signal looks like this, we're doing okay. So I'm convinced this is going to be a straightforward service. We will get started as soon as I hear back. Let's get back to the bench and we just kind of wrap up. Give me a moment. Okay, well, definitely a unique version of this very cool watch. Super 70s watch. You know, the JDMs are pretty neat because they are Japanese only. I mean, they were the domestic market watches, so it's cool to see that. You know, we can talk about next steps in the service. Some things you may want me to do cosmetically. If you want me to clean up the end of the hand a little bit, I can do that. But otherwise, you know, a really lovely watch that just needs a good clean and a service. So I'm ready to get started. Just let me know, and thanks for watching.